The time has come to make a move. You want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Missouri Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Missouri's offense will get the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's in open space downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Roberts. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical. There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
With the catch, it's Terry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
On third and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Anderson with the carry. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Picked off to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Missouri! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. White wants to throw it. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Missouri wants to go fast. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Got a man. It's Hilton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's DeLuca. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On the run, it's Silver. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. And the Spartans are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll try to get outside. Fights off the defender. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
White going to attack through the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab deep. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Terry. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different...
Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
No, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's caught. It's Hilton. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. White wants to throw it. Wide open downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes a catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fellow, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Offense, quick tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week long.
Touchdown, Michigan State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. the offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the outside. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to get behind the defense. Makes a grab for a big play. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Spartans! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubting. Quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Got the quick completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
White going to attack through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Terry. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll go to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and whoop, he took it.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. You make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. White wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Illegal blocking. Okay.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
To the ground. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final in one of the game's richest rivalries between Texas A&M and Arkansas. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's marked. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rally.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Quickly out to the tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. On the move, he fires. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
White going to attack through the air. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Hilton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Spartans will hustle to the line. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Trying to bully their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming.